Hello, and in the words of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, oh what a night! This video is all about last night's Plymouth Frocktails, so stay tuned and I'll tell you all about what we got up to. Yes, hello, my name is Claire. I am the Singing Sewist and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome aboard. So last night, Saturday night, was the Plymouth Frocktails event down in Plymouth in Devon. I only live in Exeter, so it's not very far for me to go, but I still treated myself to a hotel stay because why not? So the Frocktails event itself is organised by Angela of Devon Threadtails and Lizzie from Make Fabric Boutique, and they did a sterling job of organising it again. Everybody had a fabulous time. So as well as just the evening do, which we'll come on to in a minute, there's also what I think really makes it work well is there's a pre-event meet and greet in the afternoon, which was at the Box in Plymouth, which is the museum there. We were in, there's a really large cafe area as you go into the Box, so we could all get ourselves a cup of tea or coffee or something there, and then they'd got a separate room set aside for all the frock tailors to go in and meet up, have a chat, get to know each other before we went to the evening do. And I think that's really nice because it's a slightly less formal setting. Not that the Frocktails event is formal in itself, but it just gives everybody a chance to just have a cup of tea and a natter before they enter the proper event. So yeah, I think that works really well, and I've enjoyed both. I went last year and this year, and really enjoyed it both times. And I think because I got to meet some people in that more informal setting first. So yes, I sat down next to, quite spookily, I sat down next to one lady to join the table and have a chat to her. Found out that she lived in Exmouth and found out that she knows a friend of mine who sings in my choir and is a sewist who lives in Exmouth. So we instantly had something in common to talk about. So that was lovely. So hello, Teresa, and Teresa and Ali, the three lovely ladies I met and spent most of the evening with. So yes, that was really nice. Got to chat to some people that I'd seen last year and some new faces that I hadn't, well, I probably had seen them last year, but I just didn't remember that I had. So yeah, that was really nice. And after we'd spent a couple of hours there, I popped back to the hotel I just needed a bit of a chill and a sit down and a cup of tea and just chance to unwind a little bit before getting ready for the evening's shenanigans, which is what I did. So I got all dressed up, and we'll talk about the dress in a minute, and then I walked to the venue, which is in the Corinthian, which is yacht club, but it's right on the water, so in the daylight you get beautiful views across the sea, but obviously it was evening so you couldn't see much, and it was a bit mizzly, I think is the correct expression, misty and drizzly, but it wasn't pouring with rain, which is a bonus because anyone who lives in Devon knows that it's been very wet here recently. So at least we didn't have that. It was pleasant and it was warmer than I thought it was going to be, which was good because I wore sandals and bare legs, which was probably a mistake, but anyway. So yes, got all dressed up. Apologies for that. My husband was just checking I was okay because I'd been sat upstairs. Yeah, so got to the event. We'd already said whether we wanted to take part in the catwalk or not, which I did this year. Didn't do it last year and kind of regretted that decision, so I was determined I was going to do it this year, which was good fun. Myself and Sam, so Let's Sparkle with Sam, had both made Magnolia dresses, and we kind of went down the catwalk one after the other, which was lovely. And I was in the same group as Bex and Adele and Katie from Whatever Katie Sews. So yeah, that was nice to see all those lovely ladies in person. Catwalk, then we did a raffle. Oh, the raffle was before the catwalk, I think, but lots of chatting, it was really lovely. And today is International Women's Day, and I have to say that all the ladies, majority were ladies there, vast majority were ladies, but everybody was so complimentary of everybody else's outfits. There was lots of, your dress looks fabulous and that really suits you and that looks amazing. No nastiness that I saw at all. It just goes to show the sewing community is a very lovely, friendly space, I believe. But yeah, that was really lovely to see everybody just bigging each other up rather than trying to knock each other down. So very, very pleasant atmosphere all around. And then after all the speeches and the raffle and the catwalk, we then had some food, and then the disco started up, and I danced most of the night, I think. I looked at my step count when I got back to the hotel, and it was over 16,000 steps, which is unusual for me, and my watch thought I did several workouts during the night, so it must have been a good night, is all I can say. So what did I wear? I wore the Magnolia Dress by Deer Doe, and I'll pop pictures in of the dress. The fabric, I was telling everybody on the night, fabric I bought from Exeter Fabric Centre. Bit of a bargain. It was in their sale racks in the January sales, and it was £1.50 a metre. Took 4 metres for the dress, so it was a whole 6 of your English pounds for my dress last night, which was incredible value and held up pretty well. And yeah, I really enjoyed wearing it. It's gorgeous, soft viscose fabric. It just felt really lovely to wear. I went for the long version with the split up the side. Did a lot of work on the fitting to reduce the princess seams and make the bodice fit me properly, which is the first time that dress has actually fit me properly. So yeah, I was really happy with it. Felt very good wearing it. And just had a very good time all around, really. So at the beginning of the night, we got given some gorgeous goodie bags by the organisers. And I thought I'd just show you. First of all, I'm going to pop in here the footage I did manage to take yesterday. There isn't much, but there is a little bit. So I'll speak to you in a minute and show you what's in the goodie bag. Good morning. It's Saturday, the 7th of March, and I'm sat outside the Costa in Exeter, just fueling up, ready for my drive down to Plymouth. We're starting off Frocktails with a kind of a pre-event meet and greet at the box, which I've actually, even though I live in Devon, Exeter's not very far from Plymouth, and I've been to Plymouth several times. I've never been to the box, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what's there and meet up with everybody and make their acquaintance before tonight's shenanigans. So yes, I will take you with me, hopefully. I may be too shy to do any filming when I'm there, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll catch up with you later. Hello, and as you can see, I'm all dressed up, ready to go out to Frocktails. I think I went a little bit heavy on the eye makeup, but never mind. So I thought I'd just quickly show you my dress. I'm going to stand back so you can see, but I probably won't get all of it in because I'm doing it landscape. So I'm going to stand back here in the corner, stand against the wall. Not a very flattering angle, I have to say, because you're stood on a little table, but it's Magnolia Dress, and this fabric was an absolute bargain from Exeter Fabric Centre. £1.50 a metre, so my entire dress cost me £6. Bargain. So yes, I did a lot of work on taking bulk out of the princess seams of the dress to make it fit across the top, and I think it's come out quite nicely. Very happy with the fit. I've gone for the really long version with the split up side. Let me move you back a bit so we can see a little bit more. Hoping you're not going to fall over, but yes, it's full length down to the floor. I've gone with bare legs and sandals. Might be a mistake. A little bit cold, but we'll see how it goes. So hopefully that didn't make you too seasick, but yeah, all ready to go out. See what I mean about the eye makeup. Never mind, eh? Right, I need to take some paracetamol because I've got a bit of a headache, which is not great before a night out, and then get my coat on. I've got my red coat to go over the top and walk to the venue. So I will see you all later.
Version of the home dress. Beautiful. Next up we have Marie making. Oh yeah, that's amazing. And also Teresa Gunn, who is also from Exmouth, and she's wearing a Friday Pattern Company Saturday skirt set in fabric that she bought back in India. Very, very nice.
So there you go, that was my day. So, goodie bag, what did we get in here? First thing I spotted was this gorgeous clotted cream fudge, Rollies clotted cream fudge, and that is going to be eaten very soon. I have saved it to show you, but it's not going to last much longer than that. Then there was a Russell. It's like Vlogmas all over again, isn't it? Had this, which I thought was going to be a glue stick or a lip balm, but what it actually is a needle holder, and you wind it up and the needles pop out. So that's a very clever gadget. I'm not sure how much use I'll have for it, but it's very handy. We had a pen from Brother, who I think were one of the sponsors. Nice ballpoint pen. There's a tape measure from the Fabric Obsession in their colours, so that's handy. These sorts of ones in the kind of plastic cases like this are always really handy to like pop in your handbag or your sewing bag and tape and for travel purposes. Because you never know when you're going to need a tape measure. You couldn't think of the words then. I'm quite tired today, you can probably tell. Now this is body mist, cozy ocean ember body mist, and I did have a spritz of it last night. It smells really nice. I'm not sure where that's from. I don't know if it's from the Fabric Obsession, because I know they did put one in they put it in one of their boxes recently. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Somebody put one in one of their boxes. I think it was Fabric Obsession. So potentially it's from them. I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say on here, but it smells gorgeous. We had a little gift from Brother, which is a multifunction tool, and it's kind of shaped like a little spaceman, but it's got it, you can use it as a bottle opener, a trolley unlocker. It's got rulers on it. It's got 1 foot you can use as an Allen key, and 1 foot you can use as a flathead screwdriver, as a nail remover, and a keyring eyelet, which I guess means you can just put your keyring through the little hole there. So that is probably going to go on my keys to have in case of emergency, because if nothing else, it's handy to have a bottle opener, isn't it, on your keys for those emergency bottle opening situations. Then we've got here quite a few voucher codes. This is a little gift from Make Fabric Boutique themselves, and it's a pair of earrings shaped like needles. So that's lovely. There's also a voucher code on there, but I'm not going to show you that bit. We've got a voucher from the Printed Pattern Company for money off some A0 pattern prints. We've got voucher from Rooted, which is ROO-TID, which is a fabric store. I'm not sure where they're based. They're somewhere local, but I'm not sure exactly where. But yeah, there's a voucher to use there. Got some money off at So Much More, which is in Tavistock. I know that's a fabric shop in Tavistock. We've also got information on Isoso Studio sewing retreats. I might have a look at that later. We've got some money off your next order from Sew Essential. Money off voucher from Sew Over It as well for PDF patterns. And then a booklet from Prim, which is the Prim Repair and Care range. I think it's all various different gadgets that you can get and tips on repairs. So that's a handy one to keep around in case there's something I need to mend at some point. And then the last thing in here is this box. And in here we have, this is also from Prim, and we have this lovely mug, which is kind of like it feels really nice. It's kind of a matte rather than a shiny finish to it. And inside a really handy dandy tote bag, because you can never have too many tote bags in my opinion. So that was a fabulous goodie bag. So thank you very much to Lizzie and Angela for organising all of that, for putting on such a great event. There was also a brunch this morning, I think, that some people went to, but I was meeting up with Sam for brunch because she lives in Plymouth now. So I thought it was an ideal opportunity to meet up with her while I was down there. So that is all from me today. Got some editing to do now because I keep stumbling over my words because I'm tired. So more tea required and some fudge, I think. But hopefully that was interesting for you, seeing what we got up to last night. You hopefully will have seen by now some little clips of the dancing and joyfulness that went on. But I would thoroughly recommend a Frocktails event to anyone. If you get the chance to go, do go along. Last year was my first time ever going to one, and I was on my own and I was a little bit apprehensive about it. But honestly, everyone was so lovely, so willing to just take the time to chat. And you've already got something in common with everybody there because you're all sewers. So you can always talk about fabric and sewing if the, whatever the situation. So yeah, definitely recommend. So that's it from me for today. Hope you're all keeping well, getting some lovely sewing done, and I will see you again soon.